Welcome to tonight's Season 8, Part 3 of AWSM Comedy Radio, featuring guests from a comic book shop, a comedian in Chicago, a lovely lady actress by the name of Charlotte Long, who'll be joining us right now. On AWSM Comedy Radio. If you want to be part of the show, you can come up here and play a stupid game with us
Radio.
At some point tonight. How are you, my dear? Good.
Sweet.
What did you think when someone asked you to come into a bagel shop to record a comedy podcast?
Oh, you know what? Charlotte needs a microphone, though.
Charlotte does need a microphone.
That's part of it.
I can't hear myself.
Yeah. We all want to hear you.
For those who didn't hear, Charlotte thought this was a scam.
Let me repeat my own joke.
Oh, well, okay, fine.
The joke I made was, I thought it was a scam.
You're right, you do it better.
Yep.
Tom is a big fan of scams. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great.
Good. Did you enjoy that non-green beer that you had earlier?
I had a blue moon. It was not green. It wasn't blue even.
In fact, it was brown, probably.
Yeah,
it was
brownish
probably
gold.
discolored to some degree. So I wanted to start the night off with talking about something kind of just on everyone's radar because National Free Comic Book Day is coming up next month
I didn't know
on
that.
May 7th. So, Charlotte, you got a favorite superhero from childhood or adulthood?
She's not a superhero, but she's in a comic. Is that okay?
Is this Betty Boop?
No.
Okay.
Who do you think I am?
I don't
Blondie?
know.
Is it Blondie?
No, because I'm blonde?
Kathy.
Wow.
No. Actually, Kathy is pretty great.
There's nothing wrong with,
Kathy is pretty awesome.
Betty
but
Boop's pretty cool, too.
she
I
uses,
prefer
I
Blondie.
do use the word ACK quite a bit. She goes, ack, like that. That's a Kathy thing. No, I just read the comic book Persepolis, and Marjan was
okay.
my-
No, that's lovely.
It's not a real comic book, but it is in comic form.
It's a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Totally.
Is there a
It's
difference?
a comic.
The binding.
Tell me about the difference.
The difference is one's thicker. The other one's thinner.
Some people don't like that term, though. Some people think it discriminates against
people with
shorter
People with sticks up their bums.
comics. Yeah.
As such
sorry.
a nerd who goes to the comic book store 2 or 3 times a week, goes to Chicago Comics 2 or 3
does?
times a week, I would expect a
once-
more detailed answer.
Yeah,
than
can we have a little bit
thicker,
more between...
thinner?
They're thicker and they're thinner. That's the
Okay.
difference.
What if I'm
There
reading
is
a...
no real difference. People who are snooty about it want to call them graphic novels because they don't like the term comic books. But comic books are what they are.
Yeah.
Just own your nerdiness.
Just own your
Wow.
nerdiness.
Everyone clap for that. That was nice.
What about Logan? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Everyone, like all 8 of them. They clap. So what about Logan's favorite superhero? Because we've known each other for years, and I've never, ever asked you what your favorite superhero is or who your favorite superhero is. Whom is it?
I don't want to...
You don't want to reveal?
I don't want to say
You're ashamed.
that I...
It's the naked one.
Because right
Is it
now,
the Green Lantern?
it would be a super trendy thing to say that I enjoy Deadpool comics. Although I like the Tick comics more. I just like funny
The
comics.
Tick.
The Tick is great.
Wow.
Say the
I haven't
Tick.
thought
Yeah.
about the Tick forever.
Yeah, I'll say the Tick.
Did you say Deadpool comics and
Yeah.
then Tick comics?
Yes.
Totally
Yeah.
different.
Those are 2 horses of a totally different color.
No,
They're both funny.
Humorous. Yeah.
Okay, they're both funny.
So it's,
All right.
it's
And-
on trend to like funny
And I actually,
comics.
I only own like
First
7
Deadpool
comics. And like 5 of them are New England Comics Press that publish the Tick.
Yeah.
And it's the Tick and Tick spin-offs like Paul the Samurai and the Man-Eating Cow.
I've never heard of those. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, look it up. The Man-Eating Cow.
Is he scary?
He's the villain, and then the person after him is a rodeo clown.
The person after him?
Yeah,
What do you
the
mean
hero.
person?
The hero of the comic book is a rodeo clown
Oh.
who had a run-in with a man-eating cow, which is his like
I
white
think
whale.
I saw that episode of the cartoon series, The Tick.
I think I did
That's
too.
much more well-known.
It
Yeah.
is much more well
Is it true to the book? The comic book?
As much as it could be. I think, yeah.
Charlotte, I love your pronounced K's. Your comic book.
Well-
Like it denotes vocal
That's training.
I just want
it's
everyone
training.
to know that it wasn't a graphic novel. I wanted everyone to be
You can
clear.
find graphic novels at The Tick, though.
Oh, yeah.
The thicker ones is what I'm talking
That's what I've got.
All right.
Omnibus.
All right, Thick Tom. What is your favorite superhero? Who's your favorite superhero? 'Cause
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay,
Why?
I already knew
That
this.
was
Why
easy.
Spider-Man?
Funny, he's smart.
Sexy.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's me. He's
He's
basically
slick.
me.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Well, I don't know if Spider-Man's trending right now, but I think that we're going to move into our first little opening segment. Well, not opening segment. This is hashtag All Play. You can play along if you want to. It's a word association game. I'm going to play. I'm going to say a word that's trending on Twitter, and then we're all going to say the first things that come to our mind.
Oh, I love
the
this.
word that is trending on Twitter right now. My 2-word nightmare. What do you think?
That's a long
That's
hashtag.
what it is?
My
My
two-word
two-word nightmare?
Donald Trump. My 2-word nightmare. Greasy spoon. Come on, my 2-word nightmare.
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. My
said-
2-word nightmare.
I thought
It would suck
I
if
first
Donald
thought,
Duck was elected president.
Big
Wouldn't
ass
it?
spider.
Lunch
3
lady.
words. Any other 2-word nightmares? Do we have any
I immediately
2-word
thought
nightmares?
dildo, but that's one word. I don't know why I thought that.
Dildo.
It's not actually my
Dildo.
nightmare. It's
And that's how you play. Hashtag All Play. So, Charlotte, you're a lovely actress
became
in the
live.
city.
Pretend that never
and
happened.
Right now.
Just pretend it didn't happen.
But Tom told me to say it.
She asked me beforehand very nicely, and I said, "Go for it.
Go for
If
it.
it was
Yeah.
a bad
Sorry.
decision, it's on me."
Family-friendly shows.
Sorry.
Is it really?
Bagels.
No.
Bagels.
Oh, okay.
There's no families. No, good.
So you're an actress in the city. You're currently in a production that runs through April 30th, which is
Yeah.
at Berger Park Coach House. It's called Ulysses.
Yes, not the Greek hero, the James
Oh.
Joyce one.
And this is with the plagiarists.
It is. The plagiarists, I've worked with them before. If you don't know, they are lowbrow topics or lowbrow comedy with highbrow vernacular. So there's a little bit of something for everybody. There's a lot of fart jokes, actually, in it, and poop jokes. And
Oh.
But just the word vernacular is enough to make it highbrow for me.
well, then you don't even need to go. I think that's all. This is it.
I saw a previous version of this Ulysses,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
last year.
You did.
Down on the south side at Chicago, the
University of.
the school they got down there.
That big place.
Yeah,
The fancy one. Yeah, it's with a lot of the same cast.
same script.
A very different. Well, I mean, there are moments that are similar, but it is longer and better.
Is it because it's kind of a Ulysses? The original is kind of a long thing.
Tell me about it.
Are
Yeah.
you just going sequentially?
Like chronologically from the book?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, it'll be 20
best
more
of,
years.
Like highlights.
Goodness.
Highlights.
One
the
show
actual
per
book
year.
is 697 pages. You would
Okay.
not want to.
So it's longer, but is it thicker?
Yes.
The
Yes.
show is shorter and thicker.
Let's get into
I would say
the
less thick because it doesn't have footnotes.
Okay.
let's get into the thick of the production. Any
Woo!
backstage romance happening going
God,
on?
no.
No.
There's so little romance. No, we all really like each other in a very platonic way, I would say. We're all sort of like
Super
smelly
platonic.
by the end of the show. There's a lot of like running around.
Right.
I don't think anyone, even if they did have romantic feelings for someone, I don't think it would really fly.
For those of us who haven't seen a production of Ulysses, can you
Sure.
give us a brief synopsis? What actually
Yeah.
happens in this play?
In this play, as well as in the book, 2 men, they're Irish. They walk around Dublin. A lot of nothing happens, which either appeals to you or doesn't. They talk about stuff. They think about stuff. One woman is going to have an affair. We're waiting for her to have this affair. But Ulysses is a book about nothing and everything, which is why people love it and
So it's kinda like
hate
Seinfeld.
it. I would
Yes, I think
let's
so.
say yes.
Yeah.
Let's say yes.
Because there's some quality to it that's just like
Yeah.
indescribable. It's just like it's funny and charming
Does
and
it, do
And
they
gross.
Like,
Even
is
though-
there
I keep
competition about
trying to push-
masturbation?
Yeah, there is a not a,
Oh, yeah.
a competition. There's a bit about
Oh,
it.
okay.
yeah.
I would say that was what it was banned in the U.S. for 14 years for
Is
being
Ulysses the
obscene.
master of his domain?
No.
Why are we afraid of masturbation? Like as Americans, like what
It was
what is with that?
1922.
It's
I don't
banned
know.
for 14 years.
I
That's
know.
so amazing.
People were really upset by this book.
You also do shadow puppetry, so tell
I
me a
do.
little bit about Manual Cinema and how you got involved with that.
Okay, I'm not in the company. Just a disclaimer: they're wonderful, amazing people, but I do work with them, and it is not shadow puppetry like with my hands. Everybody always thinks that I'm just like making shadows on the wall, like small little wolves and bunnies. Yeah,
butterflies and
they're
things
like,
like
"This
that.
is for adults. What
Uh-huh.
do you?" No, we use overhead projectors, like the old school kind, and we have thick paper puppets that have joints. They're based on the East Asian kind from many, many years ago, and it's basically like watching an hour and a half long shadow play. Almost everything's in silhouette. Definitely for adults, too scary for children. The last one dealt a lot with like death and longing. Puppeteers take themselves very seriously.
Did you actually have any children come that you scared? And if the answer is no, can you please make up a story?
No, I actually did. I invited the
God.
kid I babysat, thinking he was, emotionally mature enough for this
How
topic.
old was he?
He is at the time, I think he was 7, and he had to leave.
Oh yeah.
Specifically, there was
Scarred
scary
that kid.
music that he thought was
That's
not
awesome.
because there's live music on stage during it, and he had to go. He had
Nick is giving me a look.
Why
Kids
are you
need to
so
grow up, Nick.
malicious? Like you're taking
Kids these days, they need to learn.
feeling joy from the suffering of a 7-year-old boy.
and you wanted me to
I've
make
been
up
there,
a
Logan.
Most
story.
Prepares him
terrible
for
thing
life.
that I've ever seen you do.
Tough love.
It's just terrible. It's so smelly.
Who's taking
I
the
already
man
felt
here?
bad about
There's
it.
going to be
Alright.
something else smelly on this show. Let's
Oh.
play a
Yay!
game.
All right, and we'll
I'm
need
so
an
excited.
audience member.
We'll need a member from
to
the
play
audience
against
who comes
Charlotte.
up right up here.
Anybody
gonna
who's
win.
willing.
I'm gonna
like
win.
this fellow.
Right up here.
Well, you're
You
getting
raised your
nudged.
hand.
Hey, there's a
Somebody.
gentleman
All right.
that's raised
In
his
that.
hand.
He raised his hand
All right, let's
very
do it.
casually.
Not the winner of our feisty Snicker bar. Oh, incorrect. Incorrect.
Oh.
I love that lovely musical introduction from
the
Grud,
wrong one?
which is
Yeah.
part of our little game called Baddies or Band, which
Oh.
we will not be playing this episode.
You're right. We're gonna play also a difficult game. This one.
Wait, I thought we were playing. This is.
He do this?
This is.
You wanna
Oh,
switch?
you
Welcome
should
to the
switch.
night of mistakes.
Let's try to get these
So
cables
that
tangled
is also one of our little intro musical things for a game that we're going to play in another episode called, the game is called Teslips, which is spell shit backwards. But this episode features a
wants
game
to do
that's
part
all
2.
about farts, which is why I
Oh.
segued saying that things were smelly or something was smelly or whatever
Oh,
dumb
that makes
transition
a
I
lot
tried
more
to make.
sense now.
It does.
Yeah.
So we'll play that intro music. And then
I just want to give people a preview of what's gonna happen.
I just wanted to show off
if
all
you
of
will,
your musical
then
intros.
I'll make sure our lovely guests get paper and pad in hand.
Oh my god. This is
All
a podcast,
right.
so you don't know. He just handed me.
Now that you've heard the
piece of
correct
paper.
game music, and I know what's
Mine.
going on, this game's easy.
Thank you.
It's called Fartku. Do you both know what a haiku is?
Yes.
Yes, and what what is your name?
My name is Joe.
Joe, you've been a guest before.
Yeah, I'm Tom's brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see it. I see
Welcome
it.
back. Yeah,
you.
we can all see it in the listening audience. Joe and Charlotte,
hear
you're both
it.
going to have 1 minute to
Hear it. 1
compose
minute?
a short poem that is 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the second line, and 5 syllables in the last line about farts. And your time begins now.
You forgot to
No,
disclaim.
Charlotte, please
It
no.
has to be absolute silence.
It needs to be, it needs to be silent. I'm sorry I
Sorry.
didn't mention that. And the time is running, so please. Tom, please be quiet. They need to focus on art about farts. Shh. Audience as well, please. This is please take this seriously. You got
Very
only
serious.
15 seconds left.
Did you compose this?
I will explain, but you've got 5 seconds left, so you better. Oh, you got it.
Yawn.
All right, and thank you everyone for being quiet. That was by
That little track
Awesomonster James Mano.
comes to us from James Mano,
That's
from
right.
James Mano and the Bots.
Yeah,
'cause
from
he's no longer a
his
monster.
brain and his butt. So in a few seconds, we're going to judge these haikus. We will read them both, and then by audience applause, we'll determine the winner.
Oh, there's a winner?
Tom.
There's
yeah.
a winner.
And there's a loser. Tom, you get out the applausometer if you would, and Nick, you're going to judge
that a
if
real
these
thing?
are yes. Nick,
Are you
Get
in
it
these-
out.
It's
Get out the
down here.
applausometer.
Wait, I don't.
That's a sports
Don't play
term. Get it
coy.
out. Get it in.
Is-
I made a
is
sports
this it?
reference.
Nick, make sure. Yep, that's it.
Okay, good.
Just make sure. I got your back. 575. I got
Nick's
your
got
back.
575. Okay, so Joe, we're gonna make you read yours first. Don't applaud yet. We're gonna judge by applause in just a minute.
Oh, you
But
do
Joe, go
You
ahead
can
and
applaud.
share
Okay.
your fart cue.
Too many today. Cannot control my body. Betrayal inside.
Strong contender.
Oh, that was so good.
That was good.
I can't
Charlotte?
beat that first line was really a winner.
Thank you.
Farting in the shop. Everyone can smell it now. 1 bagel, please, ma'am. Just wanted to be clear that
All
I
right,
was farting
audience.
in the
it
bagel
is time
shop.
for you to determine the winner. Was it Haiku number 1 by Joe?
Yeah. It's fine. I'm not a sore loser.
Was it Haiku number 2 by Charlotte?
Silence. Don't give me that. I'm a
Congratulations,
puppeteer. I don't need
Joe.
your approval.
You've just won, Fartku.
Beep, boop, 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 boop.
Congratulations! You're a
That was
champion.
great, Joe.
Thank you.
I'm gonna out puppet you though.
Thanks, Joe. I mean, you can hang out for 2 seconds if you want to because
Nope, he's going.
everything is
Gone.
Please
Please
go.
let
The
me sit
shame.
Scary up
The
here.
shame. All of the shame. Well, Charlotte, I wanted to thank you for coming out, and
Yeah,
I just
thank
wanted
you.
to remind all of our audience that you can check us out on Twitter and Facebook at Awesomonsters, and call in at 505-434-AWSM.
Close.
It's not 505?
504.
504-434
AWSM.
AWSM, the night of mistakes. If
Someone's
you would
gonna
like
call
to
that person up.
leave us a little message, we'll incorporate it into one of our ridiculous shows. Be sure and check out Charlotte Long during this production of Ulysses at Berger Park Coach House, running through April 30th. And check out Manual Cinema. All the links will be provided down below. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.